Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to incorporate a pop of color in your everyday routine by utilizing your bottom lash line. To start things off, I'm going to just go right into the eyes. I already did my face, foundation, blush, and contouring. So for the eyes, I'm going to use Urban Decay's Naked, their primer, and e.l.f.'s eyeshadow C brush. All you want to do is a natural, neutral look, nothing too over the top, just so the bottom color on your eyes can pop. To start off with the eyes, I used Urban Decay's primer in Greed. So now we're going into the Naked palette. I am using Buck from my lash line all the way up until my crease. Next, I'm going to use Naked from my crease all the way up until my brow bone. To highlight my eyes, I am using Sidecar. I'm putting a little bit in the inner V's to give me a wide eye and awake look. And then I'm using a little bit right under my eyebrows to fake a definition and also to define the eyes. So now to define my crease, I'll be using Dark Horse. I dabbed a little bit and I'm just coloring inside where the crease is and blending out just a little bit to define. So now here's where all the fun comes in. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide-On Pencil in Deviant. You are free to choose any color you wish. So I always love to start things off by putting a little bit of primer in the bottom lash line. Here I'm putting a little bit of primer right under the eyes. It is extremely tricky, but since the primer blends in, it doesn't matter if you put a little bit too much. With primer, practice makes perfect. I just try to get it so it's a little bit on the waterline and a little bit right under, just so the color can stay and it won't bleed through. When I play with color, I always build up the color, so I'm not putting too much at a time just in case I don't like it. So first, we're going to apply the color to your waterline. So the trick to using bottom color is making sure that you hit your waterline. So primarily right now I'm focusing on making sure the waterline is saturated with the pigment. I go from the inner all the way to the outer, right in this corner, and I let a little bit of color build up there too. I personally like for a little bit more color on my face. If you don't, you can skip this part, but I'll start from the inside or from the center and go a little bit under the lash line just to get more color towards the edge. And then I'll take my pinky and smudge it just a little bit up and out. So to hyperpigment the color, I always like to use a similar color eyeshadow and you put it on top of the eyeliner. To do this, you'll take a flat tip brush or an eyeliner brush, works wonderfully, and you'll dip the tip in water and you'll dab off the excess, and then you will dab it in the color of your choice. This is Ulta's collection kit. It was a wonderful birthday present. And so I'll be using the blue that looks most similar. have a whole bunch on here. And I'll apply it right on top. If you dab on the color, you'll get more pigment. And since it is a pigment, you're free to dab off or pat on it to remove some excess color. So now you're probably thinking she looks kind of crazy with all that color on the bottom of her lids and nothing up top. So to balance out that dilemma, we'll be doing a liner up top. You can either tight line your eyes or you can do a cat eye or a heavier eyeliner just to balance out the thickness of blue at the bottom. First, I'm going to tight line my eyes and then progress into the cat eye. To tight line, pretty much you're going to take a black and you're going to go from inner to outer under your lashes. It is very difficult to get at first, so no worries. As a beginner, I used to get those like chubby sticks of like black and just rub, but unfortunately I am past that stage and I've lost my chubby stick and I do not wish to get another one, so I'll be using eyeliner. In tight lining, you are trying to get the color as close to your lash line as possible to widen your eyes and give it a more full look. Not much of a difference, but it's a little bit darker at the lash line. I like a bit more thickness to my top lash, so I'll be doing a cat eye, or in this case, I'll be doing a kitty eye, which is a cat eye, but a shorter flick, and it's a little bit thicker too. For this, I'll be using Benefit's Their Real Push-Up Liner. My sister just got it, and of course, I'll be using it. So for the kitty eye, I'll create a small flick on the edge, and then I'll work my way in. I already did one eye, just so you can see how it looks. And now I'll do the other eye. So in creating a cat or kitten eye, I like to make my flick first and go in, and then I like to return to the actual eye to connect the line and the flick to make it look like I did it in one fell swoop. So here's the finished look of the kitty eye. If you can do this in one fell swoop, I congratulate you. I have to do mine in 2 to 3 parts just so it could look somewhat perfect. I always like to use the eyeliner again to go over just to make sure it connects to the inner edge of the eyeliner. To finish off your look, do not forget to use mascara. I'll be using Lancome Sumptuous. And for everyone's favorite part, mascara, if you want a more dramatic look, you can use fake lashes and then further deepen your crease. But for an everyday look, mascara is just perfect. And then voila, your look is done.